Hi, my name is Darcy Kane, and I'm the costume designer for the Short North stage production of Into the Woods. So I grew up in New York City, where I get most of my inspiration from a lot of the Broadway shows that I work on. So many of them have incredibly beautiful costumes. I've worked on Lion King, Frozen, Aladdin, Moulin Rouge was my most recent show. And one of my favorite things about designing this show is that the main thing that Edward said from the start was that this Into the Woods takes place in a world that's kind of been overrun by nature. So every single one of the costumes that I designed and built are very, very nature influenced, nature forward, almost as though nature built them. One of the reasons the witch gown is made the way it's made is because a lot of the way trims and ruffles are laid on a costume create a shape, you know, a very glamorous, very hourglass figure, because she's going from this old crone who's hunched over and she's got her stick, but like the big reveal is this gorgeous young woman. It's been my dream to design a Cinderella gown my entire life. The cool part of having nature be the inspiration of this whole show is that we know this dress came from her mother. It comes from the wish she makes at her mother's tree. But it also wants to feel like nature made this gown, like part of it grew from the tree, from the floor, and that's why there are so many of these like frilly trims, and that's why there's leaves and all this green stuff over here. It all begins and ends with nature.
I've had a lot of fun figuring out what these costumes mean to Cinderella, and especially what they do to her physically. I think the gift of Cinderella's ball gown, especially the fact that it comes from her mother, is a really nuanced part of her journey. Of course, in all of the stories that we see, it's really exciting and it makes her feel beautiful. And I think all of those things can be true, but also I think as a queer person coming into Act 2, I find it really empowering to dress really as the prince. It's a really interesting dichotomy that we're playing with costume-wise in Act 2, because Cinderella so badly wants to fix this obstacle with the giant. I think that the confidence and the comfortability that we see in her body and her physicality in Act 2 is really telling as to what her wants and her needs are throughout this play. It's not about being a princess. It's not about looking beautiful. It's about something much deeper for her.